The poem Harlem is written by Langston Hughes in 1951.
Just by naming the title and the year of the poem, you have an idea what it is about. Segregation is the first word that comes to your mind. The reading of this poem then sets you off, because the poem's text does not fit to your first thoughts. The poem is about dreams, but that is not the correct way to describe the theme. Because dreams are many things, and most people combines it with positivity and hope. And that is not the emotions you are left with after you have read the poem. This is about what happens to deferred dreams.
The poem is short but still quite effective. It has 11 verses with 4 strophes and every verse is short, which gives the poem a structured rhythm with timed pauses. The question marks does also comply to the almost military rhythm. The poem's contrast cause an improved understanding. For example, maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? And the use of these contrasts are extremely evident with the choice of words. The poet's use of rhyme in this poem is used more often than his use of alliteration. He only uses alliteration 2 times, and it is in the first verse, in the first strophe, and in the last verse in the second strophe. The poet has also chosen to use a large amount of connotation and personification.
Langston Hughes asks us what happens to a dream that is being put off. Does the dream do something good, bad, or neither good or bad? Continuing, he uses similes as, does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Taking this simile, he says that dreaming can be good or bad, because the connotation, raisin, can be understood both good and bad. The raisin can be dehydrated by the sun, as saying dreams can mentally dehydrate people, but raisins can also be the sweet fruit we all know.
Taking on the personification in this poem, we can easily start out saying, this poem is one big personification. Harlem is about a dream, and the dream is a personification. Looking closer to the poem, we see expressions such as run, sting, or explode, which are all personifications. The personifications makes the reader think more about the meaning. The poem is not about a dream being sour or syrupy sweet. It is an interesting way of telling what happens to a deferred dream. And it also makes you think more about the meaning behind it.
Dreams do not always turn out as we want them to. Sometimes your dream just dry up, which is exactly the description the poet has used. The speaker in the poem does not refer to one specific dream. But by concluding the poem, we think that the speaker has the idea that the African Americans cannot dream great things because of where they come from and the environment around them. And if they try dreaming, it could end up as the poem ends, with exploding.
Explode, explode.